Pioneers are people who go before, one who opens up new areas of thought, research, or development. These 30 lawyers may no longer be with us, but they made an indelible impact on the practice of law in Washington, D.C. Their legacy is one of the world's most vibrant legal communities.
When I look at the American Lawyer Lifetime Achievement Awards, and you see the people who are receiving those awards, or even the Legal Times awardees that are being honored at this event, those people are the models. They're the heroes, the people who have found a good balance between for-profit and nonprofit work. They do pro bono work, and they're very successful lawyers. And that's really what we're trying to create, a whole new generation of lawyers who find that balance and who will do well as lawyers, but also give back to the community.
In the late 80s, there certainly was a commitment to pro bono, but it was also a turning point for firms when firms began to become much larger, more businesslike, more concerned about the bottom line because they simply had to be.
In the time I've been involved in working on pro bono projects and encouraging others to get involved in them, I think the commitment in this city has always been strong. I think the local bar has been a leader on that. I think the local courts have been a leader on that. But I think the leadership of the legal community itself has come to believe that this needs to be a significant part of law practice here in the city.
The people who built and created many of the large leading law firms in this town were themselves people who were committed to pro bono, and so it was part of the culture of those firms from the very beginning. John Pickering and Lloyd Cutler, Thurman Arnold and Paul Porter, and on and on. These are people who created their firms in part because they wanted to do lots of pro bono work.
There was a time when people who wanted to do it did it. It was tolerated, sometimes condoned, and those who didn't want to do it didn't do it. The pendulum has swung quite a lot toward the direction of, we really think everyone should do this.
There are no more closed doors. When I became a lawyer, it was before we even had Title VII, and legal employers would say quite freely, we don't want any women here.
Back in the early days of when I started lobbying, the city of Washington was run by about 15 people. President, the chief of staff, a couple of cabinet members, Speaker of the House, Majority Leader, a couple of prominent committee members. And if you had their consensus, you basically got something done. Today the town is run by at least 535 independent congressmen and senators, and 4,000 or 5,000 bureaucrats are political appointees. So you have a much more diverse, divided government.
There's been an emphasis on competition and less regulation. Again, the emphasis may change a little bit, but it's always been there. And technology has really affected a lot of law practices, certainly in my area of communications, but that's true in many other areas. And I think all of this is combined, I think, to make the Washington lawyers' work very exciting and rewarding. It's challenging, but you do help to make public policy even when you're on the outside.